guys, back with St Catherine's Farm. My name's Alex, if you didn't know already. Let's crack on to my last video. So in my last video, piglets were just being born. I made a few mistakes, and rookie mistakes, but this is my first time. Held my hands up to this. First time doing pigs on my own. We've had pigs on the farm for years and years and years and years, but to raise them myself and do everything myself is the first time. So I'm bound to make mistakes, but that's how you learn. So I'm glad that I've done it. It's just for future reference. I know what to expect now, how to handle things, what to do in a better situation. So let's jump straight into it. So in the last video, she was laying down here and I had hay in here and I was helping her. Was what I thought I was helping her with the piglets, so I was moving them around trying to get there. Look at the size of them, by the way. Look at them now. Yeah, so I was moving them around trying to get them all to feed and stuff, and I was being quite loud. You shouldn't have been loud. She could have jumped up, she could have squashed them, but obviously she was too busy. She was too busy to be worrying about me, thankfully enough. Luckily she's quite a calm pig. Yeah, luckily she was quite a calm pig, so she didn't react. She knows me well, she's friendly, so it was alright. But could that have been another pig that wasn't so friendly? She could have jumped up and squashed the pig. She had 8 in the litter to begin with. I'm down to 6 now. Unfortunately, 2 didn't make it through that night. I checked them on the next day in the video, but well, one didn't make it through the next night. The other time when I come in and switch the light on, one was looking funny and walking not great, and I think she mistakenly stood on it by accident, so that one didn't last the day. So 2 down. It's gutting when stuff like that happens. It is, because at the end of the day you don't want to lose any, but for her first litter, she had 8 piglets, 6 survived, so I'm happy with that. That's good for me. So, and they're nice, big, healthy piglets. This one was the smallest one in the litter. It's a male, and he's growing so big now. Rosie likes a good scratch. There you go. And the piglets like to lick my boots. I washed them before I come in here and itching. Right, come on girls and boys and girls. Rosie. some of you may have realised, yes, I'm using shavings instead of hay. Another point, don't use hay on newborns, piglets, because they get tangled up in the hay, they can't move out the way quick, and maybe that's why that one piglet got squashed, because it couldn't move. And I tried propping it up a couple of times with hay to get it to feed, but that was probably a big no-no on my part as well. I just thought keep them warm, that's all I was thinking of, keep them warm. I didn't think of the actual piglets trying to escape out the way of her, which, again, like I said, rookie mistake. This is my first time raising them, so I'm glad I shown it firsthand, so I'm not ignorant to it next time. It's just one of them things, unfortunately. I made a mistake, you've got to own up to your mistakes, and I've done that, so I've learned from the lesson now, so, which is unfortunate. I shouldn't have used hay, I should have just used shavings, but originally it wasn't planning to keep the hay in there when they're in there, but it's just I put hay in there to begin with. I didn't have shavings at the time. Put hay in there, then she farrowed that night, or next day, and it was a bit of a rush. I kept the hay in there just to keep them warm, then I got shavings, but by then it was too late. So next time I'll be prepared, for sure. Hope this video keeps the missus happy, eh Ben? Now, I never showed much of Sally farrowing here, but she farrowed, and she farrowed after. She's going to be noisy. I'm just going to give her a couple of knots. She's already been fed, guys, but just keep her quiet while I'm talking to you. I didn't film much of Sally farrowing, but I was just so busy I didn't even pick up the camera with everything going on with the other ones, the farming here. So yeah, let's have a look at these babies. Now these are Rosie's is 3 weeks old now. This week they're going to be. These are 2.5 weeks, and I've got to say these are big. Healthy looking piggies. Hey Sally. I'll leave them be. She had 12 piglets, 9 of them survived. Just down to the way it is. Unfortunately, you win some, you lose some, but that was down to no fault of mine. I learnt my lesson straight away, and she had shavings because that's when I had shavings for Rosie. So you've seen both sets of piglets now. I'm not going to do too much on Sally's piglets yet because I'm going to make another video on that. And basically, you guys, you're going to stick with me. You're going to see the whole journey from start to finish for these piglets, and just see how it's done. We're going to, as soon as they're weaned off, we're going to tag them. Some are going to my grandpa. Some may be going to the man that I got Sally off of. He gave her to me. He had no time for her, but with what was going on at the current time, but it was in exchange at a later date he would get 2 piglets out of her, so it was a fair deal. So we'll stick with that. Hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned to find out more. I just thought I'd show you a bit of what's going on, a little bit of update. So the mistake was the shavings. I didn't have them in time. I used hay, and also when I was moving them around in Rosie, I didn't intervene once in Sally's piglets. I didn't intervene once. So yeah, but when I was moving them away, I shouldn't have. I know they were close up to her front, but that's probably where the warmest part was, and they were gathering. I was taking piglets away and put them to the back, behind her, in front of her back legs, where there was probably not enough warmth there for them as well, which is my bad. I shouldn't have done that, but I'm here making the mistakes, so you guys are watching, so you know not to make these mistakes. Hold my hands up to that, my mistake. Cheers for watching, guys. Stay tuned. Please give me a little subscribe. A little thumbs up would do, just a little one. Notifications will always help keep you involved and make you know when the next video is coming out. Let's keep it going, guys.